Hello, viewers. Welcome to this week's edition of your program, Voice of the Voiceless. This program usually anchored by the presenter of the program, Tony Marafa, but due to some circumstances behind our control, I am the executive producer. My name is Oladeji Ibrahim Dawodu. I have to be here standing in for the program. For her today. This program is reaching you live from Heritage Television Studio here in London. Today, our guest on this program is Reverend Mrs. Comfort Owoeye. She's the CEO of the Christ Media for Nation. Welcome, madam.
Thank you, Mr. Oladeji. It's nice being here with you, and I do appreciate the invitation given to me to be part of this Voice of the Voiceless program with the HeritageTV. And I believe by the grace of God today we'll be able to go to certain lengths. I'm Reverend Comfort Owoeye, as been introduced by the interviewer, and I am with CMN Media, and I also work with Outreach Ministry, which has to stand for the Home for the Homeless organization. Thank you for inviting me today.
Thank you, Reverend Mrs. Owoeye. Basically, this program, while we were on the editorial meeting when your name was suggested that they want to bring you in as a guest, these are the things that they put into consideration before inviting you. We know you as a community leader. Also, you are a mother, you are a wife, you are a person that people believe that you've done a lot for your community, where your establishment is being situated here in London, in East London to be precise. And putting this together, we have to come up that we have to bring you in so that you can chip in your own experience and your own activities that we surely believe that the teaming of our viewers at home will be able to benefit immensely from your own wealth of experience. That was the main reason of bringing you here today. So, madam, we now go straight to the point of it. Because the issue, the Voice of the Voiceless, mainly, the activities of Voice of the Voiceless is to tackle the serious problem that's going on within the youth. Now in London is something that is a common phenomenon now about the knife crime, gun crime, and also a series of violence that is happening within the youth. And some of people trace some of these that some of these issues, there are some traces to vengeance, and some even the genesis of most of all these issues is unknown to anybody. So the issue that to tackle these menace and to put end to it. Last time on this program, we do discuss that most of these problems that these youth are having is from home. I want you to look at this perspective. Do you agree with us that every problem that this youth, or most of the problems they formulated, or one of the problems they are causing outside there, the habit, is it from home, or some of them they don't listen to their parents? What are the main issues that generated to this place?
Thank you very much. Just like if I will remember very well, I try to explain that in an issue like this, we cannot be putting blame on anyone. Because all we are wanting to have here is a total solution so that peace will reign within our world today. I remember I briefly spoke in that program about 10 kind of strategies that was designed years and years and years ago. Let me say over roughly 70 years ago.
70?
Yeah, over roughly 70 years ago. And looking at it, the products of this kind of people that time have become of fathers, grandfathers, and husbands. So people who undergone under that strategy, who are being taught of over 70 years ago, what kind of products do you think they will produce out? So we can say charity begins at home. Okay, let's generally agree with that, as many people will say. But I'm telling you, it's about individual person. And it's about the system that is ruling the world today, which you and I, one way or the other, we have been involved or direct or indirectly initiated into, and it became a lifestyle for all. So if that is the case, definitely there cannot be peaceful homes, except very few that are able to read the writings on the wall very well and try to be able to, decode it positively into themselves. If you are unable to decode the handwriting on the wall, then you'll be doing just whatever that comes to you as thinking that is right when it is not right. And if there are no role model for our youth of today, as we are experiencing it, that's the product of what we are seeing, is because those children have got no right role models before them, either from home or from the community or societies of today. If they have got it, there wouldn't have been what we are experiencing now. And there can still be solution. We will arrive there by the special grace of God. But remember, there has been a very designed system that took control of the system in which we are in.
Okay. I will implore you to to really, because it's what you said. I said it was a system. You see, it will be ideal for our viewers back home, our viewers at home, to be able. I want you to shed more light into it. Is it kind of a policy, or is it kind of part of what the system inherited that become what is on the ground now? Because nobody actually know. Because it's like, in my initial in my statement, what I'm trying to say was that it was my own opinion that, look, most of these youth, the sign of become violent attitude or or exhibiting it, I believe it must have shown from home. Then the parents supposed to take control of it before it gets out of hand. I'm not blaming the parents.
Thank you.
What I'm saying is that any attitude that anybody could, character that anybody is going to form, a little bit of it will be clearly shown from each home.
Thank you. I am not disproving that with you or with anyone out there. So, if you give me an opportunity before we go further, when I spoke about designed system, designed system, nothing just happened by mistakes. Nothing just happened by mistakes. There must be already background or taproot of what we are seeing outside. So looking at the children of today, or our youth today, the issues going on among them originated from somewhere which has already been a deep taproot that we need to tackle. One, as a woman of God, just like I've been saying, with prayers, and a nation that designed or focused or engaged themselves in calling upon the name of God, surely be saved. So we need to call upon the name of God on behalf of our children, because they are the future generations. If the problem is not dealt with now, that means it continues. The products of the dead have become fathers, grandfathers, and they have children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. So it's now, feeding the whole wide world. So I mentioned of a woman who died, roughly 70 years ago, when this very system was initiated, and she commanded. I can't just understand it, because I'm still going to deeper and deeper more research about her. And when I went more deeper, which we are not going to talk about today, but the product of her evil work,
our own evil initiative,
and commanded the whole system of government of the whole world to be applying it, and which they fell into, which they agreed with. So how do you want peace to reign? So that's the reason why we cannot blame anyone, the families, the government, every one of us, we are in it. And what can bring us out is by calling upon the name of God, by rethinking, by redeeming our time, and by letting those innocent children out there who's supposed to have been modeled right, nurtured right, but no one was able to do it. So I have this woman called Alice Bailey's system. Let me put it, Alice Bailey's system is what is ruling the world today, the whole wide world. And that's when I read it out, you will understand what I'm talking about. You're talking that is it from whom parents cannot be blamed, and at the same time we can say parents, they have their own fault, because the word of God, which is the Bible, says train up your children in the way they should go, in the book of Proverbs. So when they grow up, they will not get out of it. How many homes are having children training today? Where are the fathers? Where are the mothers? Where are the role models? Where is the family home today? Why is the family system destroyed? Why are there no reasonable or solid foundation of marriages that they are not standing? All those things are shaken off. And where there is two elephants fighting, the grass will suffer, which are the products of the youth we are talking today. They are the one. You and I know it. So who gonna blame who? When over years ago, this is the 10 points this woman said should be applied, should become the government, which we can say the new world order.
It's like a policy.
Like a policy, not like it's a policy which have been adopted, which have been planted.
From this idea of this woman.
Oh my God. That wonders me, and I'm still wondering about it. So if I will think of it spiritually, I'm going to say this is devil himself in action. Took over the government of the world. But this government can be subdued, can be destroyed by calling upon the name of God through Christ Jesus for anyone that believes out there.
For the benefit of our viewers at home, and due to the fact that it's part of your own research, there are many women, there are many parents there who are actually being concerned about what is happening within among the youth.
Yeah.
Many people cannot sleep with their two eyes when their children are outside there.
I know.
So I believe that many people have actually been within the community, people have been putting heads together to ensure that this menace of knife crime, gun issue, and all this kind of that type of violence become things of the past. Even the government have been trying seriously to ensure that this menace should be able to come up. How would be delighted if we can be able to throw more light about it.
Thank you.
Maybe people can research it, people can read it.
Thank you.
And
And
learn one, two, or team from it.
And try to know the source of their problem and know how to tackle with it. We are not to be blaming anybody. Let's go. Number 1. She has 10 points, and they even call it chapter. And the purpose of her doing this is to change the Christian tradition, or to redeem the nations of Christian tradition. But let's go to that point.
Which means that it's actually target against
oh my
religion.
God, it's well targeted. Just like you will understand that Christianity is one of the strongest poles that's upholding the nation. Why? The way I look at it. And if not, why is she only targeting the Christian or the church community? Because looking at it, if you are very familiar with the Bible, I do not know, there are 10 commandments given by God himself
to Moses
to rule his people.
Okay, is it to Moses?
Through Moses. In his own regime. Prophet Moses. And God gave these 10 commandments to rule his people as a nation. And
so she wrote another 10 commandments. Is it to counter it?
Oh my God. It's not only to counter, to destroy. But from point of view, can God be destroyed? No. So if you are a Christian out there and you are having issues with your younger ones, please, there is solution here. And if you are not, generally, all of us as a community, as a nation, there is still solution out there when you know your enemy. You can have the opportunity to go and make research yourself, so that you will not be over, getting mad against that young man or that young woman, because he or she is innocent. And at the same time, we may say they are not innocent because of their age of accountability. Yes. But we can still now know how to undo it without us driving them out, without us saying, oh, this is what you are doing, get on your way. Because another point I observed during this crisis is that when a young man or a young woman or a young woman is now being rude or abusing or standing up to confront the parents, they will say, okay, the system allows you, go and find your own place. Or mommy will say, get out here. There cannot be two masters in the house. That is not the solution. That's another mistake I will say families may be making, or parents may be making. Because somebody right before you have not been able to get hold of him or her. When he or she goes out, definitely he will go and be living his or her life by what he is able to see out there. And as a community person, I'm very deep in knowledge with this. Whereby they are going to tell you, I did not see the love, I did not see the attention, mom and dad did not listen to me. My friends are more listening, they are creating listening ears to me than dad and mom. So why do I need to discuss my life concern with them? I don't have to. I've attended many parents summits, or parents and children or youth summits, whereby you need to listen to what those young men are saying now, and young ladies. From there, you will know as parents, as a very passionate parents or elderly person, to know, my God, how I wish I'm able to just get inside them to tell them this is it. One point I will be able to bring out that can be a lesson to all of us, we parents and communities and societies out there, or church or leaders out there, is that among, if we put together 100 young men and women together, you will be able to get about 10 of them that can be fully devoted to what you are trying to tell them. Because they believe that all adults, all elderly ones, they are more misleading them, or they have nothing to learn from them. They believe out there is the solution, is the answer. They are all the same. Parents are all the same. So what we do, they do, or society doesn't care about us, or the government didn't care about us. So let's have it our own way. They will think in their own way. Whereas we can help them. And when they think in their own way, they get deeper and deeper into danger that they shouldn't have got into. And the answer is violent. Because that's what they live on the street. And you need to see what is causing this violence. You will never believe it. Just unbelievable common thing. Unbelievable common thing. Try to investigate, try to look into them. They will tell you, I can't just imagine it. Something you never believe. That's where I said the system that is ruling is for destruction, not for rebuilding. And to what we are familiar with, Christianity is a strong builder of nations. If you have studied the Bible very well, if you study it, and any nation that failed to call upon the name of God, what kind of youth do you want to bring out? This is where we all have to come back home. Regardless of anyone's religion. It's not about religion now. I'm not trying to say, oh, it's one religion. We are not talking about religion. We have to come back to building our relationship with God Almighty, the creator of heaven and earth, each and every one. And let's forget about religion now. Because what is happening out there is not about religion. It's about the system of the day. So maybe we will understand more. Let's quickly go to the point strategy of Alice Bailey's in her writing, which attacked or antagonized the 10 commandments of God. Number 1, she said, take God and prayer out of education system. I hope you are following me.
Yeah.
Take God and prayer out of education system. From what I'm familiar with very well, you and I know, over 50 years ago, when we are going to school, the education, first of all, before you, or even on your way from home, they will tell you this is the prayer you should. And the first thing I first cramp on my head as a Christian or from a Christian home is Psalm 23, which has to do with protection on the land, on the sea, in the air. Psalm 2:3. And as young as I was, when I put my box on my head, going on the road, I'm reciting it.
That's the Lord is my shepherd.
The Lord is my shepherd, my brother. If that has not been allowed in the school, how are we going to know it? If that has been not taught in the home, how do I want to know it? They showed it to me, they taught me, they told me I should be reading it every day.
And
I believed in it. And it helped. People who over 50 years ago, if you are like me, you will understand what I'm talking about here. And now remember the products of over 70 years ago now. So I didn't forget, and up till now it's still with me. Until eternity you continue to be. We train up your children, your child, in the way they should go. When they grow up, they will not get out of it. So if you train your children in a positive way, they will grow up positively. If you teach them how to love, how to be charitable in heart, how to be passionate about people, how to be there for people, they will not go out and go and carry a knife. And if it happen that, God forbid that happens, that means they must have mixed with the wrong people.
Maybe they were influenced.
Yeah, they must have been misinfluenced or mixed or misled or misdirected with the wrong people to do what is against the right teaching of the family. So tell me, dad and mom is not there. Are they there? No. But generally, we generalize our point, say it's the dad, it's the mom. Oh, it's because the dad left house, it's because the mom. Yeah, it can be, truly. It can be, but that's already a destructive system that's ruling everyone.
But can both parents, for instance, if it's you whereby both mother and father could be able to observe this crisis and try as much as possible to say, no matter how, if this woman offended me, I'm going to forgive her.
Thank you.
From the mother point of view, if this man offend me, I'm going to forgive him. Not as usual by most of things that one is being read or one being added now, whereby even the woman will be the first person to say, okay, you man, you can go away.
My dear brother, let's read these 10 points. Then we pick it for it. We answer the question. The first one, I say, take God and prayer out of the education system. It's a change curriculum to ensure that children are freed from bondage of Christian culture. Why? Because children go to school to be equipped to face life. They are willing to trust and they are willing to value what is being given to them. So the purpose now, if you take God out of education, are you listening out there? They will unconsciously form a resolve that God is not necessary to face life. They will focus on those things the school count them worthy to be passed on, and they will look at God as an additional. If one cannot afford the additional, then it's not existing. So what are we having in our world today? The knowledge, the teaching, and the sing and the dancing is that God is not existing. But you and I, that cannot be the answer.
Absolutely.
Because they did not tell us that God didn't exist. We were taught that God exists and God is real. Not only that, He's the creator of the universe. Your creator, my creator, young men out there, young ladies out there, children out there, God is real. May not be the system of this world may take God out of education for the generation where we are now. When we are going to school over 50, 60 years ago, God is the number one in the education curriculum. And before we go to classroom to start the day, in the assembly, we're going to pray. We're going to read this Psalm 23 to guide us all throughout today. When it is dinner time, we pray unto it. You must not touch your food without praying. Where are those education? Where are those teachings? Either in the home or school. Where are they? Either at home or in the community or society. Where is the teaching? No more. Number 2, because of our time, it says, reduce parental authority. That's where I'm coming now. Our number 2 point says, reduce parental authority over the children. Why is she saying this? Break the communication between parent and child. Why? So that parents do not pass on their Christian tradition to their children. Liberate children from the bondage of their parents' traditions. How? Promote excessive child rights. Promote excessive child rights. And you and I know what's happening. Abolish corporal punishment. Those are the things that is guiding children at home. Parents to say, don't do this, is wrong, son. Don't do this, is wrong, or child, or a girl. Or you tell them, oh, God does not want you to do this. You know it. Children, as they are growing up, they be blended into that right teaching. So this woman, in her strategy, she caught them young to be independent where they are not supposed to be.
This
is the source of the problem we're having in the world today. Yeah? This is the source of the problem we're having in the world today. When that mom cannot talk to a child, cannot correct them, even adopted one, even foster parents, let her be rotting in the room where she is. You cannot touch, you cannot, if you do, it will be turned to the other side. Whereas it is not. I briefly explained last time. I said smacking is different from discipline. And disciplining a child is not smacking him or her. Smacking can be likely, if you agree with me, when someone is trying to, there can be hard time for dad and mom. There can be issues out there at work you can face. The pressure of it can sometimes, when you come, when the child says, oh, dad, oh, you can say, oh, get up there, go and sit down. I'm busy, I'm coming. Why? The pressure. It is wrong of us as parents to pass our anger on the innocent children who did not know what you have faced at work, out there, or what's going on between you and your wife. So that can be likely to go on like smacking when you use the anger. Sometimes there can be something going on between husband and wife, and which may not be known to the children, and the dad may sometimes look, say, go to your mother, or the mother say, I got me daddy. The child is innocent. So what will happen is that when the child comes to you, forget about what happened with your husband there in your bedroom. Deal with that child. Create listening ears, because they are your future of tomorrow. He or she wants your attention. So this kind of communication is likely to have been broken in the house because of the pressure going on. So we need to help ourselves. We need to scan ourselves as families, as parents. Where have I got it wrong? When this boy was with me in the house, living with us, where have we got it wrong? Before going to the community, charity begins at home. But we are not blaming anyone here. But let's look at that system of many years ago that's now ruling the whole world. That's been applied by the world system. With under this, that is one thing I will say: the government of God and the government of this world. So Alice Bailey's system or 10 strategies is under the government of this world.
So it's in crisis with what God had laid down.
For everybody, for every one of us, is in crisis with it. So, and it takes only very few who can understand to get hold of their children to say, no, we have to be We have to rule our home, our lives under the government of God, even though it may be hard, because the children are not going to stay 24/7, 24 hours in the house with you. They will go out there, they go to school, they go everywhere, and the system in the school, the curriculum is not talking about God.
It has been broken.
It's not broken, removed, uprooted. It can only be God to bring it back again. And if you look at different nations which applied in their curriculum the system of God, you can see how we grew up. Abi, how we grew up. Sorry, for how we grew up. We did not die. We are being disciplined. Yeah, we are being disciplined, which you call us smacking today. We are being disciplined, and we did not die. Here we are. So rather, it gives you wisdom, grant wisdom in you, and know how to handle your circumstances, no matter how dangerous it may be. But look at the products of today. It can only be God. That's why we all have to pray. No medicine, nothing else can do it, can bring solution but prayers. But are we ready? And nothing else that can do it than we believing that God exists. God is not a wicked God. He created the world for your enjoyment and our enjoyment. But there is something under carelessness in our mentoring program as a community outreach worker. We call it knowledge for life success. This knowledge for life success, won't it surprise you that when we are naturally born, coming from heaven, I'm not preaching this time, but I'm just letting you to understand something. You were born with something in you. And if care is not taken, when we were born into this world, that very thing in you can be destroyed or affected or demoralized by what you are born into. What you are born with versus what you are born into. And that's affected you and I and anyone out there. No one gives birth to a child and you name her or him, his name shall be called crime or criminology or murderer or rapist or this or that or thief or armed robber. Have you ever seen? Hardly will people still name people Judas, but hardly will you see, because name that we bear is very, very powerful. But look at our world today. I am not talking about religion here, but I'm just generalizing my point. Look at the names that children are bearing in our world today. Do you know the source of that name? Do you know the person that first bear that name? What was his personality like? Because it will affect the spirit of that young man. Those are another mysteries. Number 3. Let's go to number 3.
No, you are number 4 now.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Let me see. I'm number 3. Destroy the Judeo-Christian family structure or the traditional Christian family structure. Why? Why that? It's a free young people to the concept of premarital sex. Let them have free sex. Lift it so high that the joy of enjoying it, that is sex, is the highest joy in life. Fantasize it that everybody will feel proud to be seen by sexually active, even those outside of marriage. Tell me, what orderliness is in that? This is contrary to the word of God, which says, but fornication and all uncleanness or covetousness, let it not even be named among you. That's what the word of God says. As it is fitting for saints. For this ye know, that no fornicator, unclean person, nor covetous man, who is an idolater, has any inheritance in the kingdom of Christ and God. That can be read in Ephesians 5:3-5. I told you, I've spent 10 strategies against the 10 commandments of God, given to the whole world through Moses, for anyone that believe it.
So is that this person sat down?
Now, sorry, go on.
I said this person sat down and attacked it. I mean, blow by blow.
She has a master. That's why I'm telling everyone to please, yeah, to please make a research if you can. Go and read it. So if you have chased your young man, your young girl out of the house, or you've disowned her because of the kind of behavior that he or she is doing, please go and mend. He or she is your future to come. He or she will be the one to carry on your generation. Please, parents, I beg of you, go and call him or her back home. Have a family talk. Communication, effective communication. Do not let him or her feel that she's being hated in that family. Because from our own weight of experience, as a community support worker, many homes we have intervened
with this kind of crisis.
To reunite together, because we know that it's not the problem of dad or mom, it's not the problem of that boy, but the system that's ruling the world. And you don't have to say government destroy your life. No, the government too, they are looking for solution. They are looking for solution, and that's why you and I, as communities, as parents, church leaders and churches, have to come together to attack it, to tackle it with the best way we know. And as a Christian and a woman of God, the best way I know is prayer. Uphold the nation.
Okay, what about some parents who are actually not even interested in prayer?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. For parents who are not interested, or they do not know how to pray, or they don't even know what prayer, meant, we have to have the spirit of forgiveness. We have to have the spirit of love. You have to know that that young man, that young woman is going through peer pressure time. And if you know that you are not capable enough to deal with it, you can approach the counseling centers within the community. You can approach the Christian community. You can approach somebody that you know within the family that is a reasonable man or woman to say, this is what I'm going through. At home with this, with that. Because sometimes we keep some things to ourselves. And when you are keeping things to yourself, you can't handle it. And when it outburst, it became uncontrollable circumstances, which will affect you, the parents, and affect that young children in the family. And then sometimes from my experience, as God will be having his way, one of the children may be very outstanding in understanding circumstances and situations. I've experienced it. We are firstborn or secondborn or lastborn. We observed the wrong things going on in the family, and he or she will think. And why? And you'll be able to bring his or assemblies back onto the fold. Say, it looks like dad and mom are having their pressure, their crisis, their misunderstanding. What can we do to help them? Do you know that children can become your counselor? You don't treat them like they are
not part of the family.
Oh my God. Or they are young, or they don't know any, or you are not ready to create listening ear to them when they say, Dad, what you said to mom is wrong. You shouldn't have said that, Dad. You just shut up. Somebody like, shut up. What do you know? We can't go far with that. Once they grow to the age of maturity, they become your friends in the house. It's not that you are bringing yourself down to be, no. But there is a relationship you have to build as friends.
Yeah. Can you please clarify that age? Because some of, I remember on this program recently, people discussed that there are some women, there are some teenagers who are mother themselves. They are mother. They got these children when they were very young. They have no any experience. They grew up on their own. So, apart from this 18 years, which is legally recognized, what do you think that kind of the age that a mother or perhaps a father will be very close to his own children and communicating effectively with them?
My dear brother, if I will say it from my own point of view, from the younger age.
Like what age?
For example, let's say from, it can be very funny, Because from 7 months, even from 3 months, a child understands things, body languages.
Within the parent,
within the, if as a mom, yeah, I will explain one thing to you, and this may be like, oh my God, why is she going down to that age? If a child, it's very difficult to understand. If a child is in the womb, you can speak to a child in the womb.
Mm-hmm.
So majority of the behavioral aspects of what children are doing, where did they pick it? I'm not an expert in that, but from understanding. So let me bring this. One of my children, when I was breastfeeding her, she did one thing at 3 months, and every one of us might have done it when our mothers were breastfeeding us. They have their gums itching, and the only thing they can do is to wanted to look something to grip, and she gripped, and it was very painful. It's like my life, and I have to, beat the bum. What do you do? And the child looked at me and smiled, and picked the breast again, and never do it again. Never.
My goodness, that's communication.
Never. I beat the bum, not like her. I asked, what are you doing? It's paining me. I'm feeding you with milk here. It's paining me.
So she received the caution.
She looked at me and picked the breast and never do it again until I stop breastfeeding. How do you tell me that children cannot hear you? It's communication, effective communication. Then, from age 1, when they started,
Crawling.
From crawling age, thank you, which will be like 7 months, some children before that time. Children are very active, they want to do everything. And when you look at a child, facial eye-to-eye communication, when you look at a child and he's doing something, say, stop it. You pack the something, you keep it somewhere. You pack it, you keep it somewhere. The child will sneakily go again. Where is that wisdom coming from? They will look at you, they will study you, and you are not there.
And go and still go back.
And go and do it. So it's loss of communication, which is part of this. I don't know if many people will understand me, because I'm a mother of 4 by the grace of God. And from experience, I'm sharing this. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but with the wisdom of God, where are mothers today? You are just telling me now, underage, maybe 12, maybe 14, becoming a mom. She is supposed to be under parents.
Of course, it took up here. Some of the teenagers.
So what did she know? All over the world, not even only here. Before, at 14, I'm sorry to say this, at 14, when I was growing up, I'm free. I don't know nothing. Under parents. So what will 14 years old or the 11 years old papa do when they are children themselves? That's the generation where she said sex should be free among teenagers. No control. Even among adults, we are controlling. Not to talk of innocent children. What did they know? And the generation of now, what you and I did not know from age 3, you will be surprised when a child of 3 years old is telling you some things. You'll be like, wow, where did he or she get this?
Because the advent of internet had made information easily accessible.
That is part of it is because, but that is the purpose of it, to change their mindset from the early age.
So this actually what made them to be rebellious.
Because they know what you know. They are even advanced above you and I to what we knew when we were growing up.
At that age.
At that age. What do you know at the age of 3?
There wasn't computer.
Even at the age of 12, what do you know? When dad and mom are sitting down, you are there, they say, get out, go to this. That's part of another. You and I grew up to be that. But now, 12 years old, we sit you down and communicate with you beyond what you know. And you'll be wondering how. Say, don't worry, mom, I understand. But it takes an understanding children to be well behaved out there because of the advancement of technology, advancement.
And a lot of information is available to them.
Available to them are free, which is part of what I will look here. Anyway, because of time, he said use advertising industry, media, TV, magazines, film industry to promote sexual enjoyment as the highest pleasure in humanity. Tell me. This is exactly what is happening now. And so many of the points she said here. And he said, if sex is free, then make abortion legal and make it easy. Some children now, their lives have been damaged. Some young boys out there, because they will not know the damage or destructive effect that it's going to have in their life after.
So with their system.
With their system.
Through some of the drugs they've consumed.
Prevention. They build clinics for abortion, health clinics in schools. If people are going to enjoy the joy of sexual relationships, they need to be free of unnecessary fears. In other words, they should not be armed with unwanted pregnancies. Abortion, as told by Christians, is oppressive and denies of our rights. So Christianity is against that. Abi, did God say we should be? No, that's murder.
Both Islam.
Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not kill. You've already killed a person. A life has been taken. If a woman does not want the pregnancy, she should have the freedom to get rid of that pregnancy. That's a life. There are very powerful 10 strategies this woman, wrote out and ordered it to be applied into the system. Number 5, make divorce easy and legal. Free people from the concept of marriage for life. Please go and make more research. How do you want to tell me that home we have peace when already? If you don't want me, yes, for love outside, and now we are not compatible anymore, and life have been involved here. About 3-4 children have been involved, even one. No one cares about what will become the life of that one child, which was given unto our hands to nurture, to care by God, to be trained to become a good citizen. So where is homes today? Where is healthy home today? In our societies, in our families, in our homes, in our communities. Where are they? Strong homes. Things have gone wrong. The system of the world have changed over many years. We are just seeing the product of it now, and now aggravating. And the government, sometimes I feel sorry. There are some jobs in the community or in a nation that is not free, that are not a comfortable or peaceful job. It's about life, matter of life and death. For example, I'm not saying that the job you do out there or the one I do, there are no challenges. The one I do as a community person, very challengeable. And if no deep understanding or passion, you won't be able to continue doing it. Because this has to do about this case we are talking here. We deal with younger people. We know what they are up to. We know when they look at you. I have faced a person, a client of a boy of 24, 25, who wanted to slaughter a girlfriend in the home. And there was divine intervention. We called the police. Police came. When police came, they took him away and they warned him not to misbehave. Then he came back strangely. We did not know how he entered into the hostel. There are some of them who can climb even 10 stories like spider. Okay. They are being trained to do that. That's as strong, I'm telling you. And this young man and the girl, he was with his girlfriend. And the girlfriend ran down and shouted and called me, sister, he wants to kill me. And I was like, who wants to kill you? Because we are still thinking he's still at the police station. But he said, he's back. I'm getting to know. My God, I saw this saw. Is this saw? That the carpenter used to. And she ran down, escaped to run down. And as she ran down, I said, why? What's going on? He said, he wants to kill me. I said, no.
With a dangerous weapon?
Yeah. I said, I thought he was dead. He said, he came. By the time he came down with knife. And it was me that he faced now. Say, I'm telling you the truth. That knife, he came down from the side and I stood. I said, why should you kill me? You didn't come here to kill me. You were brought here for you to be helped. I said, you can't kill me in Jesus' name. I know it's not me. Because the demon inside him is to do that work. So why am I fighting for the girl? I said, because you are all here. And you need to be protected. Without prolonging the matter, by wisdom, other people have called the police. And that's how that case was dealt with. And that young lady remained with us while he was charged to court. He said, I will shoot you. Imagine God is not with one. That's why I said the kind of community work we do is a very dangerous one. But here is God helping us to build up the community. And another thing that happened about London riot years ago, we have about 5 of them in our organization then.
Those are, is it the victim or
who were ex-offenders?
Okay, those who are offenders.
Who were in search. But because they have been sent to our hostel at that time, and under this mentorship and empowering program, which we call Knowledge for Life Success, it's mandatory to recover back your life. And it has been very, very helpful.
How are they now? Some of the
they've stopped that kind of rubbish life.
And they're in the society now doing well.
Yeah, they are good citizens now. Some go back to university, some get back to their wives, some get back to parents. That's what we go extra mile. Because
so that they get their life back.
Yeah, especially when they have been disconnected from families. We try to unite families because we believe very much in family reunion. So, at the end of the day, without prolonging, this girl stayed with us, and he went to prison. And the girl came to say, sister, thank you. So why are you thanking me? He said, it's so up there. He wanted to slash me into 2. And I did not know how I escaped. And that must be miraculous. How will a fragile young lady escape from a wide... So some of them, when that London riot happened, they came back to tell us, say, thank God for this KFLS you are giving to us. If not, sister, you know what happened? It's a connected work from all. Because we feel that the society hated us. We feel that we are the unwanted. We feel that no one. So the only way to show to the government is to react. I said, to react, my dear. I said, my dears, look at all destruction that has happened over all and sundry, that affected innocent people, that they did not even know what is the pain going on in you. He said, we are not there. We are not. In the sense that the KFLS you are teaching us told us, and we want our lives back. He said, we want our lives back. We don't want this kind of life. But if they have not come here, they would have been part of that thing.
Absolutely.
Can you imagine? So whichever way we all know, let us help them out. Let us help the government. Let us help the police who are keeping peace on the country. Because it's not the work of one person anymore. It's not the work of government anymore. Absolutely. It's for all of us. Absolutely. All of us. And it's not to blame family or anybody. Both families, let us all come out. If you know you are struggling with a child or with your, please seek for help. Don't count them to be bad egg or chase them out of the house at the age of 16.
Can the parent as well? Let me come to this question. Some of these youths, when they are exhibiting this kind of very tough,
atmosphere.
When they are displaying this kind of this bad attitude character, do you suggest that their parents too should cry out?
Yeah.
What about some parents who say they don't want to report them to police? No. Don't you think that can come in?
That you see, it's like when the Bible says anyone who is covered his or her iniquities will not prosper. But at the end, it falls back to the family again. And now we will be uncontrollably, known.
What are the yardstick can any parent, because of parent out?
The only thing, that's why I've been shouting that the only thing parents can do, please cry out. Cry out.
They call police or who are the relate?
You mean if they are displaying, if it is happening in the house?
They discover that this child, maybe because of his attitude or attitude, this is getting out of hand, be through stubbornness or being displaying some kind of a violence to other siblings.
To other siblings.
So what is next?
You see, even among the siblings, before they call the police, have they, sat down and have a family meeting? Why is he or she behaving this way? There must be a background family talk. Because lack of communication that have been broken is what is causing all this. Dad is not listening to me. Mom is not listening to me. Sometimes they may take revenge from their junior ones.
Is it not part of some of the thing they watch on television or perhaps some kind
but
of
you and I know it. Advancement, technological advancement, information all over, free of charge. And children and family, parents should be able to control what their children are watching in the television or what they are doing in their internet computer. When you and I were growing up, we don't have computer. We don't even have phone. Not to talk of phone. We only see phone in the big companies and big places, in hospitals,
in libraries.
That even in library itself. But now it's available everywhere.
You have no access to it. You are not free to it.
A child of 3 months, he knows what phone is. If you give a fake word, the child will cry because it's a toy word. It's not communicating. That's how it is now.
They are very intelligent.
It's become wider and wider every day. Parents, please do not keep silent. Police is the actual thing we need to call. But before it gets to that, we and I can help the police to do, because they have many things to do. Many things to do. Always very busy. But we can help them before we can call. It's when it's getting out of you can, even if you are a Christian, you can approach your pastor. If you trust God in the life of that pastor and you believe that the kind of reasonable pastor that can listen to you and handle that case, talk, sir, ma, this your vibe. I mean, they will come in. We have been doing that. Even our own children, we need God, to help us. We need people. Uncles talk to them, aunties talk to them, family talk to them. There must be effective communication within the family. It is when there is not, this kind of thing happen. Or when the dad and mom broke up.
That will even make it worse.
Oh God, my life. I always say, our own mothers, when I look at the lives of our mothers, in fact, I give glory to God of many things those women were able to endure because of their children. It's not that husband, it's not that my father is the best husband in the world. But my mother was able to endure the pains,
because of your own
the discomfort, because of the future of their children today. And that's the reason why. But where are mothers today? My darling sister, I'm not saying you are not a mom, you are not up to. But sometimes can get to the climate that we are not getting ourselves again, break up. And when breakup happens, that's the beginning of destruction, which Alice Baylis wanted to happen in the families. And that's what we are facing in the world today. So we are trying to encourage people to stand up out there. Let's work together. Thank God for HeritageTV. Thank God for a program like this. More and more of it will still be coming. But please, let's work together. Do not drive out that boy or that girl, because he or she is your future. You never know who will cover you. You never know why the devil is fighting him or her. She'll be the one to cover that family.
Yeah. Please, madam, on this note, I want you to, it's like you are bringing an advice, and exactly what I intended, that when this program is coming to an end, I will advise you to advise the parent out there. So now you have most of the last comment is based on advice. I want you to intensify that advice, and this, I don't want you to be one-sided. Let it be for both parents. That is for both mother and dad, and let them know the basis, the goodness of being one, the big goodness of being together to save the future of their children. I want that advice before we bring the program to an end.
God help us. Can I briefly read something here? Because of time. No time.
Because of time.
Okay.
Just
now, he said, number 5
advice.
points of the points of Alice Baylis, you to get I say, make divorce easy and legal. Free people from the concept of marriage for life. And we know that is very common now.
Yeah.
But I am now I'm not blaming man, I'm not blaming woman, but I'm begging dad and mom to please, for Christ's sake, for the sake of God, if you can still go back home, do not go away from your responsibilities. Your children are your responsibilities because they are your future leader of tomorrow. Yeah. What I'm trying to say is some even if divorce happens, do not neglect those children. Play your own part as a role model. Let them know, because the children may want to know, Dad, why are you not coming back home? Dad, why did you leave home? Mom, why is this? The children, that it affects their mental faculty as they are growing up. And when there is no solution, no answer from dad or mom, before you know it, you start building something else, rebelliousness. That's why all those things are happening out there. But if there's misunderstanding between you and mom, please do not let the children suffer. I beg of you, either you are a Christian, you are not a Christian, either you believe in God, you don't believe in God, but please, those children will be given to you to be responsible, to care, to be a role model. Communicate with them often and often. Plan to see, and mom, please create a chance by which dad will be able to see the children. If you can, create time to be there, so that you can be able to hide, because when there's misunderstanding, when things are not going the way it should go, or divorce has taken place, no trust between yourselves anymore. You don't want to trust that woman with your children, you don't want to trust that man with your children. So you can make sure that you are there to see that nothing is happening with the children, but something good. And some fathers can, because of pain, try to do something unbelievable. We have said that experience. But I pray for all homes that are going through struggling, that God Almighty will restore back your home. And the home that is still standing will never be destroyed. Please, those children are our future of tomorrow. They are the ruler of nations, as we are having it now. When they have a solid foundational background, have the rightful growing up, the nation will be upright. And it's our job to do it now. May the Lord God Almighty be with us all. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you very much, Reverend Mrs. Comfort Owoeye of Christ Media for All Nation. And I sincerely appreciate your time that you spend with Heritage Television. Also, on behalf of Toyin Marafa, who actually the anchor of this program every week. This week, as I said earlier on when the program began, she was actually be able to be here today due to a circumstance that's actually beyond our control. And on behalf of Heritage Television here in London, and all the production crew and those that make it possible for us to be here, we sincerely thank everyone. And until next week, when Toyin herself will be on the show to present another fantastic edition of that program, Mrs. Owoeye, I sincerely appreciate you, and we appreciate everybody. All those who work behind the camera that make this program to be successful today. Until then, bye for now.
My daughter-in-law, so how are you planning for my son's birthday? I have to cook up for her. Do you people have ogirisi there? No? It's okay. Okay, let me call you back. Mama Chiji, okay. Hi, so wait a market. Please pack some ogirisi. I am going to visit my son. My daughter-in-law. It's arranged, but you must use original red oil to prepare the soup. What? I'll call you back. Mama Chijo, please include Isio Morocco. My daughter-in-law. Everything is now set. But don't forget that gold wristwatch I saw the last time I visited.
Now you can talk until you tire for just 11 kobo per second. Call all networks in Nigeria and 30 international destinations, including US, UK, China, Canada, and India for just 11 kobo per second. Dial *211# to activate.
that silk boo-boo.
The largest data network, Glow, grandmasters of data.
Bó ti yá gbogbo aláyẹyẹ pẹ̀lú ní pàtì àti ilé ìjọsìn ẹ fẹ́ ṣe polówó Heritage TV Heritage TV wọ́n bẹ nílùú London o Heritage TV wọ́n fọwọ́ wọn sọ̀yà o Heritage TV.
ẹ̀yin aráàlú London ǹjẹ́ ẹ ti gbọ́ pé iléeṣẹ́ Heritage TV tún ti gbé àrà tuntun yọ o gbogbo àríyá yín pátápátá la ó máa bá yín polongo rẹ̀ jákèjádò gbogbo ayé ká máa ṣayẹyẹ ní London ká sì máa wò l'Amẹ́ríkà ní Nàìjíríà àti káàkiri àgbáyé lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ àti lójú kan náà bó jẹ́ lórí fídíò tàbí lórí photograph tó mọ́lẹ̀ yékéyéké Heritage TV ní bàbá o gbogbo àwọn ayẹyẹ yín bí ọjọ́ ìbí ìsìnkú àgbà ìgbéyàwó àjọ̀dún ilé ìjọsìn yín Heritage Television ní kẹ́ ẹ máa bọ̀ tààràtà ìlú London la wà United Kingdom la tẹ̀dó sí ẹ kàn sí wa lórí ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ yìí 020-800-46100 tàbí lórí ẹ̀rọ alátagbà wa ayẹyẹ @heritagetv.co.uk àti lórí ẹ̀rọ alágbèéká 0734-123-4560 Heritage TV àbálẹ̀tù ọmọdé la wó.
Revival ìsọjí alágbára.
Ìsọjí ayérayé, ìsọjí ayérayé, ìsọjí ayérayé. Great Revival. Èyí tó pa bọ̀bọ̀ àjọ̀dún kẹta ẹgbẹ́ wákàtí àlàáfíà ìyẹn 3rd year anniversary of Hour of Peace Evangelical Ministry. Open tí ó wáyé ní Friday 28th June ọdún yìí ìyẹn 28/6/2019 láago 10 alẹ́ títí di aago 4 ọjọ́ kejì. Ẹ wá mi, ẹ̀yin yóò sì yè. Seek me and live làkórí ìtọ̀tẹ̀ yìí tó máa wáyé ní Castle Green, Grave Street, Diagram Exit, RM9 4UN. Brethren, join us. Let's seek him so as to live together and your situation shall turn around for better. Bẹ́ẹ̀ lànà rẹ̀ máa fọhùn láyé onípojúpo ènìyàn. Ẹ má gbàgbé o, June 28, 2019 ní sọ́jí ohun àjọ̀dún yẹn máa wáyé láago 10 alẹ́ títí di aago 4 ọjọ́ kejì 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. Kẹ́ni tó gbọ́ kó sọ fẹ́ni tí ò gbọ́ bọ́lọ̀ máa ṣiṣẹ́ àmì ohun ṣe agbára fẹ́ kò rẹ́rẹ́ àlàyé ẹ pè sórí ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ yìí 079-3919-8946 àti 075-5080-4352. Jésù ní Olúwa.
Bó ti yá gbogbo aláyẹyẹ pẹ̀lú ní pàtì àti ilé ìjọsìn ẹ fẹ́ ṣe polówó Heritage TV Heritage TV wọ́n bẹ nílùú London o Heritage TV wọ́n fọwọ́ wọn sọ̀yà o Heritage TV.
ẹ̀yin aráàlú London ǹjẹ́ ẹ ti gbọ́ pé iléeṣẹ́ Heritage TV tún ti gbé àrà tuntun yọ o gbogbo àríyá yín pátápátá la ó máa bá yín polongo rẹ̀ jákèjádò gbogbo ayé ká máa ṣayẹyẹ ní London ká sì máa wò l'Amẹ́ríkà ní Nàìjíríà àti káàkiri àgbáyé lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ àti lójú kan náà bó jẹ́ lórí fídíò tàbí lórí photograph tó mọ́lẹ̀ yékéyéké Heritage TV ní bàbá o gbogbo àwọn ayẹyẹ yín bí ọjọ́ ìbí ìsìnkú àgbà ìgbéyàwó àjọ̀dún ilé ìjọsìn yín Heritage Television ní kẹ́ ẹ máa bọ̀ tààràtà ìlú London la wà United Kingdom la tẹ̀dó sí ẹ kàn sí wa lórí ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ yìí 020-800-46100 tàbí lórí ẹ̀rọ alátagbà wa ayẹyẹ @heritagetv.co.uk àti lórí ẹ̀rọ alágbèéká 0734-123-4560 Heritage TV àbálẹ̀tù ọmọdé la wó.
Ó ti yá ìlú London ẹ kú àlejò Ọládélé Genesis Global UK ṣàtà ìrètí ẹgbọ́n gbogbo ìlú London ẹ kú àlejò Ọládélé Genesis Global UK ṣàtà ìrètí dé. Àṣẹ ti gbọ́ kíni on the 10th of May ìyanu máa ṣẹlẹ̀ Wòlíì Ọládélé ọmọ nílùú London tètè sáré máa bọ̀ báńgẹ́lì rẹ̀ pàdé níbi prophetic invasion yìí sáré máa bọ̀ báńgẹ́lì rẹ̀ pàdé.
Celestial Church of Christ Genesis Global United Kingdom Chapter London Prophetic Invasion ọ̀rọ̀ jáde àṣẹ tẹ̀lé wòlíì Elijah sọ tiẹ̀ ó wá sí ìmúṣẹ wòlíì Isaiah sọ tiẹ̀ ó wá sí ìmúṣẹ wòlíì Ezekiel sọ tiẹ̀ ó wá sí ìmúṣẹ wòlíì àsìkò yìí Mósè rántí wa Prophet Dr. Israel Ọládélé Ògúndépẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ẹ̀mí mímọ́ nílùú London àṣẹ wòlíì máa jáde ní ọjọ́ kẹwàá oṣù karùn-ún ọdún 2019 May 10 2019 ní gbọ̀ngàn ńlá River of Life Center number 12-38 Ashman Road London SA 151 TW aago méjì àṣálẹ́ sáago mẹ́ta ọ̀gànjọ́ 7 p.m. to 3 a.m. nílùú London pẹ̀lú Prophet Dr. Ọládélé Israel Unstoppable Genesis ọ̀rọ̀ wòlíì máa jáde àṣẹ Ọlọ́run máa mú ṣẹ Prophetic Invasion 2019 UK chapter àwùjọ wà
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
níbi prophetic invasion yìí. prophetic invasion yìí.
Paysetters, in partnership with the National Lottery Community Fund, presents Paysetters Business Expo and Special Recognition Awards 2019 on Saturday, 18th May, from 12 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the Jubilee Sports Bank, Kensington, L7 8SJ. It's going to be fashion, hair and beauty runway, business networking, product exhibition, live performances, discounted sales, training, awards, and loads of fun. Register now for this game-changing event at www.pbsexpo.com or call 07405 484 627 and 07847 093 953. Paysetters 2019, a free event sponsored by the